Thank you for staying with us. Now, at the moment, nearly two-thirds of over 80-year-olds in Ireland live on their own, with all the physical and mental health risks and dangers that poses, which is where the charity Alone comes in.
Yes, this year marks the 40th anniversary of this amazing service. And to tell us firsthand a little bit about the great work that it does are Anne Macaulay and Colette O'Flaherty. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, ladies.
I'm going to come to you first, Anne. And maybe you'll tell us, because you've had and you're enjoying a wonderful life.
Oh, yes.
The mum of four,
Yeah.
and married to Gerald for
56 years.
56 years, OK. So Gerald, your loving husband, passed away 3 years ago.
Yes.
OK.
Yeah.
And all of your children, all four children, live abroad.
Yes, yeah.
OK. So at what point... Tell us about Gerald, actually, first of all.
Well, he was the best thing that came out of Belfast.
Was he?
He really was. He was an absolute pantomime. He had a sense of humour second to none. And
You're a Sharon, your girl.
yes.
You called him your sunshine, didn't you?
I did. And we never had a drink in our lives, but by God did we travel.
And had a lot of laughs along the way.
Oh, you're telling me, yeah. Yeah, and with the result, the children have a lovely, happy life.
Great.
And we used to, even before my last son was born, we used to take holidays, houses all over the west of Ireland for the fortnight holidays. Mm-hmm. And then my youngest son was born. And, you know, I have a lovely photograph of them sitting on the wall in Galway. And he's sitting in the basket. You know, the little...
Moses basket?
Yeah, and my 3-year-old daughter was sitting beside her dad. Mm-hmm. She was her dad's sticking plaster.
Oh, it's
and she was absolutely fabulous, you know.
So you had a wonderful life, but you made a phone call that you now think was the most important phone call you've ever made.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Who did you call?
I rang Alone. Yes, chaps used to come to the house. He actually came before my husband died, and he said to me, every time I come here, he said, you're on your own. And I said, yes. He said to me, have you ever heard of Alone? And I said, no. And he said to me, would you mind if I come back later? He said, I am involved. And he said, I'll bring you back the information. And he came back the following evening, and he had this printout for me, and it was the phone call number, you know, the number. And I made the call the following morning, and I was out of doubt it was the best phone call I ever made.
What has it meant to you? What did it do for you, Anne?
Well...
She's pointing at me.
Cute Colette.
Team me up with her, with Colette. And we enjoy ourselves. We really do. Now, I'm in a bit of trouble with an injury in my foot, but it doesn't stop me from getting there. And I can drive.
Yeah.
And I can drive, thanks to that wonderful husband of mine.
And Colette, tell us about your involvement then with that. Tell us about your involvement with Alone first.
So I suppose, like all of us, or those of us who are old enough, I'd heard, you know, when Alone was founded 40 years ago by Willie Birmingham, it was just such an extraordinary response to what he had found as a Dublin fireman, coming across people in, you know, in really lonely circumstances, or who died alone, or whatever had happened. But it prompted him really to think about something really practical that he could do. And I remember hearing about it long, long ago, but didn't really get involved until about 4 or 5 years ago, when contacted them, and they have a terrific training program for volunteers. They really, and then they also try and match people up as well, which is what they did for Anne and I. And the befriending service, I think there's about 500 volunteers now with Alone, and the befriending service is just that. It's about friendship. And friendship, I think, and here I am going to get all practically Confucius here, but friendship is about, I think, having time for people. It really, really is. And if we don't nurture or commit time to people, and Anne and I have committed an hour a week to each other, that's it, it's fixed, it's in our week. And that's what we do. We
And I think
spend an
that's
hour
the
a
key,
week.
isn't it?
Yeah.
That it's fixed, that
Yeah.
there is an appointment in the diary and that visit happens every week.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's not a question of, oh, I'll go for longer next week or whatever. It's Anne and I have this time that we've set aside for each other, and it's brilliant.
And do you go for a chat? Do you watch a movie?
I call over and we talk
don't
non-stop.
watch movies.
You don't watch movies?
No.
What do you do, Anne?
We
Sit and
talk
chat.
and we laugh.
Okay, so important.
And that's most important.
Who brings the cakes? There has to be a baker.
no.
because
Very
No.
abstemious.
We're very good.
There's no treats.
We might have a little glass of water.
Yeah.
No, we're very
Yeah.
good. We are good.
Yeah.
But that conversation is so important, isn't it?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And waiting on that doorbell to ring. You know, it's just lovely. You know. And
Well, it's lovely to be there ringing the doorbell. It's terrific. It's you know.
It's interesting as well, Colette, you said that at Alone they tried to match you with somebody
Yeah.
who... I read in the notes there's someone who might live near you, so to make it easier for both parties.
Yeah.
But someone who you think you'll get along with, and clearly they got it right with the two of you.
I think we clicked, as they say.
well, the thing was that I collected to build a church right facing her.
Go away.
Yes.
And that's what happens, I suppose. There's going to be overlaps and connections,
Yeah.
isn't
Yeah.
there?
And that's
because you're
how
both
I
from
met
Terenure.
the love of my life as well.
Yes, of course.
Collecting from my church.
Yes, my church.
Well, the one across the road.
But Colette, I thought it was important that you said you're not just giving your time to help Anne, you're actually taking something out of this. So for anyone who thinks they might have the time to do something like this and join the befriending programme, you take something out of it.
Absolutely. I mean, friendship is always going to be a two-way thing, and it's really, we just have a great time together. We have that time together, and we talk and we laugh and we find lots of things to discuss, and and we could sort a lot of things out if people let us just go ahead with that.
We're putting up all the contact details there, the phone number and the website for anybody who might be interested in getting involved.
alone.ie is the,
This is the place to go.
place to go.
Brilliant.
Absolutely.
Ladies, it's been a pleasure to have you in this morning.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for coming
Thank you
in.
very much.
Thank you.
Well done,
lovely
Anne.
meeting
Continued
you.
friendship.
Thank you.